Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Motivation Monday podcast for Monday, March 5th, 2018. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you got a chance to work on some of the stuff from the Friday episode this week. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about an awesome book that I read a couple of months ago that I think could help a lot of you out there. But before we jump into that, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate is an awesome company that is kind of revolutionizing the way that reads are stored. They have a system where they use an airtight container along with Listerine. I know it sounds kind of funny, but it's actually awesome. So a really, really great way to keep your reads at a constant humidity level and not allow them to grow mold and be absolutely ready to play straight out of the case. You put them right on the mouthpiece and you are off to the races, which, as many of you reed players out there know, not all reed cases do that. You know, we can spend a lot of money on ways to store our reeds and they still don't work. But Rejuvenate is really changing that, and their product is also very, very reasonably priced. So for a fraction of what it costs for one of those fancy reed storage systems, you can keep your reeds in pristine playing condition, make them last a lot longer, save money, and a lot less frustration for everybody out there. So go and check them out at rejuvenate.com, or you can go to our website and click on the Rejuvenate link, and that'll bring you right over there so you can check out how that works and get your Rejuvenate today. All right, thanks to those guys for sponsoring the episode. Let's jump into the topic for today. So there's a young author out there that I really, really enjoy named Ryan Holiday, and he has been writing books for a number of years now. He wrote some books about the media industry, which he was a part of for a long time, still kind of is. He also wrote some books about Stoic philosophy, and this book, it has kind of a Stoic tilt to it. So if Stoic philosophy is something that you're already into, this book will be right up your alley. But even if you're not familiar with the Stoics, or kind of what their view of the world is, this might be a great place for you to start. So this book is called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, and it's a really, really fantastic read. And the basic premise of the book is that life is really nothing without obstacles. And I think that that's totally true. If life were just as easy as waking up in the morning, not doing anything, being extremely successful, it would get old really, really fast. And I know in our day to day, it doesn't seem like that sometimes. Sometimes the obstacles that are standing in our way are really the things that frustrate us the most. And sometimes we wish that those obstacles were not a part of our life. But when you read this book, you really understand that without obstacles, we really don't have anything to work towards, right? And when we work towards overcoming an obstacle, that's really the path to fulfillment. Now, I think that this relates to music in a very, very important way, where whenever we pick up our instrument, we're in effect dealing with an obstacle. We're dealing with, how do we get better at the instrument? How do we get better at music? And how do we overcome some of the things that are standing in our way to reaching our full potential as musicians? So if you're looking for a little bit of a shot in the arm, something that's really going to motivate you to get on your instrument and make every single day count when it comes to getting better, this might be the book for you. And obviously, it doesn't just stop at music. I mean, we're talking about some heavy stuff in life, because we all know that life is filled with these obstacles that we have to overcome, and it really is the way towards our best self when it comes to living a fulfilled and meaningful life. So I know this might sound kind of woo-woo, a little bit out there, but when you read the book, he really lays it out in such a way that it makes a lot of sense, and it's very practical. That's one of the big things that I really like about Ryan Holiday's books, is that he takes a very lofty philosophy and boils it down into actionable steps that we can take each and every day to better ourselves and better our day-to-day life. Now, it's also a fairly quick read. It's not a very long book. It's very small in stature, but really, really big in ideas. And sometimes those are some of my favorite books. Sometimes when I pick up a book on a topic and it's like 500 pages, it gets a little bit old by the end, I have to say. There have been a lot of books that I've read that have been that way. This is definitely not one of them. A quick read. I highly suggest reading it with a pen and a highlighter in hand so that you can really take some notes on the most important parts of the book and maybe relate those things to some stuff that you have going on in your own life. So if you want to grab a copy of this book, I will put a link in the show notes. And if you want to help out the podcast, you can shop for the book through that Amazon link. What Amazon does is they kick us a little bit of money for driving traffic their way. Doesn't cost you any more money, and you can feel good about supporting the podcast if you're going to buy this book anyways. Also, if you have anything else that you need to buy on Amazon and you want to go through our link, that would be fantastic because they will kick us a little bit of money, like I said, and it doesn't cost you any extra. So please do that. We'll have a link to Amazon in the show notes. And if you need any number of the hundreds of things that you buy off of Amazon, please do it through our link and they'll kick us a little bit of cash. All right. So send me any suggestions on books. Is there anything that you've read lately that you feel like could be helpful to the people listening to the podcast? Anything that's inspired you in music or in life or really any facet of anything? I would love to hear about that. I'm an avid reader and I always am on the lookout for new books that I might enjoy. So get in touch, 10minutejazzlesson@gmail.com. Thanks again to Rejuvenate. Make sure if you're a Read player, you go and check them out. I promise you will not be sorry about that. All right, everybody, we'll see you on Friday with a regular episode. Have a fantastic and inspired week. Talk to you soon. Bye.